Beer was cheap at the Hole in the Wall, and mortals did appreciate that. I figured it was worth checking there. Verona remembered the Macon bar, and I was sure they would remember her. Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best follow her trail. Verona remembered the Macon bar, and I was sure they would remember her. Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best follow her trail.
Do you have business at our establishment, sir?
Seattle PD, and yes, I do have business. I'm trying to trace someone's movements.
Do go ahead, sir. The faster I can expedite your egress, the better for all.
I don't know much about birds of prey, but there was a young lady here last night with her friends. Name of Verona.
Ah, yes, that one. Let me save you some time. She and her party were ejected in the small hours for extreme intoxication. The language she used was not appropriate for our establishment. Neither were her gestures, nor her choice of urination receptacles.
Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best follow her trail.
I am only grateful that I did not, in fact, witness her movements.
Did you hear what they were talking about?
It is not my place to eavesdrop on our clientele, sir. That said, I believe the entire hotel will be aware of which show tunes Miss Verona cannot, in fact, sing.
Ouch. Well, at least she was in a good mood. Anything strike you as fishy last night?
No more than usual, sir. We are often afflicted with inebriates.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. They tell me you can get a cream for it. I better be going. I, need to feed the egress.
May you find joy in it, sir.
Decking the halls, Still a couple of weeks to Christmas. Lou always liked the big party back in the day. The spirit of goodwill and charity, as evidenced by the richest of Seattle. Everything looks festive, but all just for show. Verona remembered the Macon bar, and I was sure they would remember her. The great and the good of old Seattle. A catalog of those caught in Mistress Lou's net before she took early retirement. In the glacier, I've heard it said that people drowned themselves in champagne. Interesting way to die, I suppose. A little tingle as you choked. The glacier clearly hadn't updated its decor since the 70s.
The star is alive. The future comes. We will be uplifted. We will be blessed.
Good evening to you, Patrick. How's my favorite portal security operative?
Uh-oh. Something up? Need to see the boss?
No. I reckon you're the right man for the moment. I need your memory. In particular, the memory of a woman named Verona. Name ring a bell?
You usually make it tougher. That one's easy. She owes me for dry cleaning. Tried to talk her way in, but she couldn't form a sentence, so I told her no. Then she puked on me. Nice girl.
So she never even made it through the door?
Seriously? She vomited on my second best pair of pants. That's all I remember. And it's not a fragrant memory. You need anything else, or can I get back to the job I enjoy so much?
No. You have your duties to attend to, and your laundry.
Huh.
Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and mortals did appreciate that. I figured it was worth checking there.
Our city is wounded, but this earthly state is a distraction. We will all be uplifted soon enough.
Spare a dollar? Really appreciate some help.
Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and mortals did appreciate that. I figured it was worth checking there.
Miracle, I don't freeze to death.
A few Union Johnnies having a cold one, maybe.
Can you spare a moment for a few questions?
SPD, right? Yeah, go ahead. Quieter tonight. Not like last night. Man, that was a mess.
I'm tracking down some partygoers as it happens. A group of young ladies. One of them was given an unwanted gift by a none-too-friendly admirer. Ring any bells?
Son of a bitch, I knew it. There was this one guy hanging out by the pool table. He was kind of creeping on a group of girls, you know, watching but never getting too close. The boss said he tried to warn him off, but this guy was hopped up on something real intense, scary. The boss called me for backup, but by that time the guy had gone.
Thanks. That's useful.
The piano was more out of tune than Herbert Hoover, and probably as old. was sitting from here.
So, tell me, Pockets, you see anything last night?
Could be any bar in any city, but you stroll right into mine, Detective.
There was a guy spent some time around you. Kind of a creep. You remember anything?
Now, how would I remember? Scores on the chalkboard are my only way of keeping a tally. Unless you're talking beer, sweat, and tears, Detective. This rough green holds its share of history, as I'm sure you know.
That's a fact. Talk to me of beer, sweat, and tears, Pockets.
Oh, must you only focus on my flaws? It's hardly fair.
Oh, they ain't flaws. It's the little wrinkles that make you beautiful, and the memories they hold. For example, last night.
Well, I blush to say it, but my current perfume is that of day-old spilled beer. That and something else. Just a touch of dirt and fresh concrete.
That whiff of fresh concrete. It's faint, but...
Oh, darn it. I reckon I've got something on my leg. Some varmint has smeared me with dirt, Detective. Soil, concrete, and just a touch of
steel and plastic and the heady aroma of porta potty. Our target came from a building site. Which one? Oh, now wait. I'll lay odds it was the Weston reconstruction site. Not too far and inhabited by anarchs, ghouls, and other lowlifes. Thanks, Pockets. Reckon I'll go digging.
I'd say don't get into any fistfights, Detective. But honestly, I don't think you have the balls.
Someone had a good night. Unless they were playing hearts.
Flip, floopy, floop, flop. Never did get it. I did once win $100 from a one-armed bandit, but he died soon after. I used to like these things back in the day. Nowadays, it's press a button, put your hands over your ears. Benny wanted the prince to know what was up, so I'd have to face the man himself.
I know you hurt. I know you are in pain.
World's still here. I was hoping you could fit me in your schedule.
The blessedness surrounds us all, my dearest detective.
Glory comes for us both. Shall we have a moment that gives us a taste of it?
Every time you touch me, I feel I am getting closer.
We must do that again sometime. If there is a sometime, of course. I hope you're here when I get back. Hope we're all here.
We should ascend together. Do come back to me. The end is nigh, yet it is a gentle end that will carry us to rapture.
I never did like this place. Felt like a tomb, and not in a nostalgic memories and flowers way. More in a morgue slab kind of way.
What do you want? Ah, Fabian. Well,
I need to see the chief right away.
he's out. What do you need?
The Rebar Killer is back in town.
The Rebar Killer. Nice name. And will the prince know who that is?
Just tell him someone came into the precinct with a sword of St. James. Twice in a week. The hunter is back in town. We need every eye peeled like an orange.
Rebar Killer, pair of St. James's swords. Keep our eyes peeled. That cover it?
Don't ignore this, Miss Choi. Santiago killed many of our kind. People close to me. Close to us all.
I'll pass it along. If he thinks it's important, he knows where to find you.
Well, thank you kindly then. We never really get the chance to talk.
You're right. We don't. Now, was there anything else?
I'll be off.
I see.
I headed down to the old Western Corp headquarters, a site plagued by construction woes and unsavory types.
Here, I don't freeze to death.
Jesus, it's cold tonight.
There was that same scent of concrete Pockets had talked about. The place reeked, and it reeked of ghoul. A ghoul who didn't have access to a shower. So our stalker had a picture of Verona. Maybe that'd get Silky to open up. I headed down to the old Western Corp headquarters, A site plagued by construction woes and unsavory types. I headed down to the old west.
People like me are not supposed to fool around with gadgetry like you, but, let's say we get to know each other a little. Just in the interest of detecting, of course.
I am rugged of manufacture, but have had a tough life, detective. Be gentle with me.
I see you're low on juice. I'll be careful. Any text messages? That's what they're called, right? Or is it SMSs?
Once you have fumbled your way through the menus, there is one smez that has failed to send. It says pizza.
Pizza?
No, very definitely pizza. It is always possible that my owner is slightly less tech-savvy than you.
He does eat, though, so that tells us he's unlikely to be kindred. Anyone left a voicemail?
Since you ask, yes. There is one young lady offering a good time.
What sort of good time? I've always been partial to 3 minutes past 12. If midnight's been and gone, drama is just not gonna happen.
Haha! Leaving that aside, detectives, there is one other message. I think you should listen to it.
Go ahead.
Open the package. You will see a photograph and a letter. Find the girl in the photograph. Make sure she receives the letter. She must not see you. Do you understand me, David? She must not see you. Now delete this message.
Guess David is a rebel.
Detective, I feel...
What's up?
Oh, hold me, detective.
Oh, dead. Oh, well. Nice work, little buddy. Maybe I should bury you somewhere.
Huh. Guess someone was using gas to keep the lights on.
Hey, old buddy. I'd like to buzz your chill just a little.
The traveler's on the road, Detective. They'll be here soon.
I'd like a little of that chill of yours, my friend.
I've plenty to share. Is yours for the taking.
Ooh, you sent sparks into my noggin, Guru, old friend. Always a pleasure, Guru. You keep it real.
The ghosts are watching and praying for you, my man.
I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and to find my boss. It was his home from home. I went down to the Dutchman for a word with Silky and... I went down to the Dutchman for a...
Is that the light of hope in your eyes, Detective? You got something for me, right?
It's been a long night, and I've worn down the shoe leather. My feet took me to the haven of a ghoul. And said ghoul had a photograph of my Verona. He was charged with delivering a death threat to her by his master. Here, take a look-see.
A ghoul now. I wonder whose blood he was sipping. But you're right. This is our kind of trouble. The girl here, I have seen. She was in here last night. Said drinks were on her. That she'd come into money. She decided to make a life change and pawned something that was chaining her down.
Pawned?
Left a ticket stub as a tip. Worthless to me, but maybe useful to you?
Well now, that is what we call in the trade a lead. My thanks, Socrates.
A pawn ticket. I figured I should follow that lead to a pawn shop. Bracing Verona about it directly was less likely to get results. I had a question to ask Nico about Verona and her newfound wealth.
Just a few more nights, and I can get out of here.
I mourn the old clackety-clack. Computers are all very well. But since they were invented, there's been a lot more profanity in the world. This little guy reminded me that I'd met a lot of suckers in my time.
I always wanted to be that guy. You know, the one who wore a wire and brought down the criminal mastermind. Yeah, I think Sophia and I gave up on crosswords back in the early 40s. Too predictable. Not enough spark. I had a question to ask.
They said a cat may look at a king, but when it came to princes, I wouldn't advise it. You could go through 9 lives in surprisingly quick order.
Nico helped me find knickknacks for my office. Knickknacks with history.
Friend Fabian, what brings you to my door? I've had nothing come to your taste. Just rings of old marriages, necklaces of old mistresses, junk, you know how it is. Discarded memories.
I'm looking for a memory. Came in last night?
Everyone here trades memories for dollars. You know that. What was it? Or who?
It netted her enough to have a night out. Paid her bar tab. Here, I have a ticket. You know this one?
Ah, yes, that one. She was burdened on the way in and floated her way out.
Here.
Ah, that's right. A locket. One moment.
Progress. I don't know what prompted Miss Verona to sell, but this might give me answers.
Miss Verona? That was not the name she gave me. Ravenna, if I have it right.
Now, what is she playing at?
I hope in some way the item brings you joy. Even if it's the joy of detection, huh?
Did she say why she pawned the locket?
Oh, you learn not to ask such things. There is usually sadness or anger down those roads, and to be honest, I did not want to share in hers.
How's business?
The festive season approaches. At this time, I receive old gifts so my clients can buy new ones. Renting a moment of happiness. This year, more deposits than purchases. An air of desperation.
I'm off. Keep any interesting prizes for me.
If I find something I think you like, I'll be in touch.
I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her big night out.